So as we mentioned earlier, there is extensive evidence which shows that the teaching of strategies improves reading comprehension. And much of what is known about strategy instruction actually comes from research around what good readers do, because really the strategies that we apply as proficient readers are the strategies that good readers use in their day-to-day reading. Presley found in his research that successful readers are readers who are active. And what I mean by that is that they are constantly monitoring their understanding and they're taking steps to maintain that understanding or to fix the understanding when it breaks down. So on this slide, we've listed just a few of the possible strategies that you, as a reader, might use when reading a challenging text. So for example, an academic text or a mortgage document. I know that I struggle with some of the technical jargon in some of these documents you need to try and comprehend. So really, what strategies do you as a reader use, or what strategies do you teach and model within your own class? This is not meant to be an exhaustive list. This really is a starter for 10. And what we'd like to invite you to do is in the chat to pop in any suggestions of other strategies that you would add to a list that you would, imagine or you would wish for competent readers to use in order to comprehend and take meaning from texts. So any suggestions would be warmly welcomed in the chat just now. So thank you, Mrs. Bryden, for kicking off. And I see some strategies flooding in just now. Lots of visualising, lots of connecting, making connections. Skinning, it's a new one. Skimming, scanning, identifying the gist, summarising in your own words. Thank you. Going back and rereading, using context, semantic organisers. These are all great suggestions. Thank you so much. Can't really keep up. I think it's interesting straight away just to note the different types of vocabulary or the different sort of terminology, probably is a better way to describe it, used in terms of describing these different strategies. A lot of these strategies, there'll be huge crossover between them, but there are different sorts of names or labels assigned to them. But again, all of these are coming through like great, so thank you again.
Yeah, I think that is one of the things we had picked up on, was that there are different layers, different language surrounding them. But what we're trying to get to tonight, I guess, is what underpins the whole process. What is it that underpins that process that we go through when we're trying to make sense of a text? And
thank you.
What do we bring? Yeah.
Sorry, David.
No, there you go.
No, thank you for all the suggestions that are coming in. I think you've hit the nail on the head, David. It's really sort of the process that underpins that, which we're going to go into a wee bit more detail about later on. And really just to sort of sum up that different programmes, resources, interventions will use different names for the strategies. However, there isn't anywhere a sort of final definitive list. And I think it's important to recognise that different strategies come in different guises with different names, but essentially these are helpful techniques which pupils use to take understanding from text, and that is ultimately the goal. So really not to worry or be too hung up on the individual lists or names of these strategies. Thanks, Julie. And we've covered that. Sorry, we should have moved on to that slide earlier through our chat box there. So thanks again.